Okay, I got a question for you. Would you be willing to drive an autonomous, driverless truck? Yeah, that's a real question. Yeah, that's a real question. And it doesn't sound right, does it, to drive a driverless truck, right? Well, I'm going to get to explaining that here in a second. The FMCSA, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, is looking into ways to integrate and get going the autonomous driverless trucks into the industry. Now, one way they're doing that is they're looking at the regulations to regulate it different so that they can get them in quicker. And what I mean by that is they're looking at the hours of service regulations to where they can get drivers, and this is their words, not mine, they want drivers and the driverless trucks to run as a team. Let that sink in for a second. So, I don't know if they're saying this or not, it was really vague in the article I read. What they seem to be saying is that you'll drive, and when your driving time's over, you'll go back in the bunk and the truck will take over all by itself. Now, I know for myself, but I don't know anybody who would be willing to try that, to get into the truck, get into the bunk while the truck takes over. I don't know. They can't be saying that, right? They can't be. But what they're doing, they're looking to change the regulation, the hours of service regulations, to where, to give exemptions for companies that are willing to try this, for the drivers to have 2 more hours of driving, so 13 hours of driving, and an extra hour of on-duty time for the day to make it 15 hours. And I gotta think that what they're trying to do is have the drivers in the driver's seat, and that the driverless truck technology will take a lot of the load off the driver, and he won't be as tired as he would be normally if he was completely responsible for the truck. Sort of like Teslas do now, where you put it in automatic mode and you're not supposed to go to sleep, take a nap, but you can do other things. You don't have to pay attention as close to the road. You just kind of got to monitor things. So they're saying that they will give exemptions for that. And I'm hoping that's what they're saying. I hope that when they say, it actually said to use the truck like a team, like run the truck as a team with the truck in the article. So, but it's got to be not what they're talking about, right? So they actually said they had a company apply for an exemption last year to do that, because they said their technology would take the load off the drivers, and they didn't grant that exemption for, I don't know what reason, it didn't say. But my question is, for you guys, especially LTL guys, what's that going to mean for LTL? Because it's coming, right? Autonomous trucks are definitely coming. Driverless trucks are, actually there's some running the roads, I think in Texas, for sure in California, on certain routes. Check them out already. So, but what's that going to mean for the industry as a whole when it really starts taking effect and taking a hold? Yeah, I know it's loud out here. Now, just looking at LTL, I could see maybe an autonomous truck making it from a terminal to a terminal, from the gate to gate, right? But they're still going to need guys and girls to hook these sets up at the terminal, right? They're going to have to hook these sets up with that autonomous truck somehow. They're going to have people at the terminal it gets to break them down. Now, I don't know how it would work at a meet. I mean, at a meet, you switch tractors. I don't see the computer and autonomous. I guess they could. I guess they're able, but they'd have to disconnect. There'd have to be a whole new technology on how the airlines hook up, all that stuff. I don't know how that'll work, especially at a meet. Now, the final mile stuff, the city guys, the city drivers, I don't see the autonomous trucks being able to do that. They might be able to back up, get to a place, back up to a dock, and as long as everything's on pallets they be able to get it off, because I don't see these receivers wanting to handle any hand freight. You got a lot of tailgate stuff that has to come off the back on lift gates. So I really don't see City P&D going autonomous. Maybe specific pedal runs, I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen that way. But it's going to happen at some level, especially these OTR terminal to terminal, city to city runs now. And that's one favorable thing that I can see about getting old is, at my age, I do not think that my job is in danger of being taken over by an autonomous truck. I think I'll be long retired by the time it gets down to that. How about you guys? What do you think? I know it's discouraging for guys that are just coming in the industry, but I think in LTL you have a better chance of staying around longer as a driver than OTR. That's just my opinion from what information we have now. So anyway, tell me what you think about the autonomous driverless trucks. Go down in the comments and let me know. And while you're down there, look in the description. Look at all my links. Again, I got my email in there and the SIA employment website in there. If you want to apply at SIA, email me. I'll give you all my stuff. You can put it on your applications as a referral, and hopefully that'll help. It should. Anyway, subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the alarm notification bell for all. Like this video for me, and we'll see you next time.